So I'm really excited because this year I'm going to make my mom's recipe for Santa Claus cookies. We made these the whole time I was growing up. So 3 cups of flour, put it in my handy little sieve here. 1, I'm not like perfect, but 1 teaspoon of baking powder. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Don't measure it over what you're doing. I was about to do it, but then you get, if it spills, you get extra in there and then you gotta start again. So voila. And sifting. I remember when I was a kid, I did this with my mom, and at the end, when all the big chunks were still left in the sieve, I just turned it over and dumped it in the flour. And she was like, it's kind of defeats the purpose. So you want to make sure you sift it all the way through the sieve. Okay, perfect. The next part is creaming the butter. 3/4 cup of sugar. Okay, so now this is the creaming part. So the butter should be like room temperature-ish. I think this is pretty creamy, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my spatula and I'm going to do it one more time, make sure I get everything off the beaters. Looks good, don't you think? Now I have to add an unbeaten egg. Got that all ready. So here it is. Just dump it in. And 2 tablespoons of cream or milk. I got my heavy cream. See, I did it. I did it over the thing, and you're not supposed to do that. I got too much, but I think it was about 1.5 tablespoons, so I'm just going to add a little. Okay. 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. 1. I did it over the thing again. I'm doing all the things that I say not to. All right. Now, the instructions say to cream well. So here I go. Now it's time to add the dry ingredients that we sifted together before. Just a little bit, you know, not that exciting. This is the part where you say like, oh, it's not going to work because it's too dry, but it's going to work. All right, a little more. All right, now, kind of the final thing. I think I'll use my hands. Get your hands in there, work in the butter, get it all to come together. Oh, man, this is a little ball of butter and sugar and flour. And so what I'm gonna do is wrap it in wax paper, then that's it, and just put it in the fridge and wait like an hour, or you can wait overnight, whatever you wanna do. So this part is rolling out the dough and cutting the cookies and then baking them. Got a bunch of cookie cutters over here. I'm not gonna use all of them, but this one, it's a unicorn, and I think we need that this year. So you gotta flour your surface and the dough. Got it in like a little disc shape, and I got my rolling pin. I'm gonna put a little extra flour on the pin and then just gently start rolling it out. Takes a minute, and seems like it's not gonna go, but it will. So I'm just making little unicorns, putting them on a cookie sheet here. And we're gonna bake them for 5 to 8 minutes. Here is the first batch. Now I'm gonna start frosting the cookies. I made the frosting. It's super easy, just confectioner's sugar, milk, and butter, and a little vanilla, and you just mix it together, and voila, you have yummy frosting glaze. Two colors, white and red, and the red has a tiny bit of peppermint in it. So I'm gonna see how I use that. These cookies just deserve a little frosting, and they're super, super delicious. So here I go. Yep, just frosting, put a little frosting on this guy's little unicorn, like I mentioned. Something needed this year. Now what you can do, this is where like, oh, it's super fun at the beginning. I'm gonna make a red horn. And then later, after an hour, you're like, okay, I'm just gonna slap some stuff on here. I don't care what it looks like. Oh, see? I need a piping thing. Disaster. And I'm gonna do some sprinkles. There we go. I think that's gonna be it. Sprinkles, probably not too colored. Not too bad. You know, we did it fast. They are going to be yummy. There's a few amoeba-like ones. Goodbye, everyone. It was fun. It was fun.